Hi Cancer, this is Heather with Twin Flame Blue-Ray Tarot. This is your monthly reading for March of 2022. I hope you are all having, I don't want any of these in reverse apparently. Oh my gosh, 2 6s. Gemini just got 2 aces right there. I hope you're all having a great month so far, and that things are going well for you in this new year. See what the cards are bringing for you. I don't want any of these in reverse for you. I'm doing a different tarot deck so far for each side. I'm going to have to start mixing it up after this, but go ahead and feel free to watch for your sun, moon, rising, cross watchers, all of that good stuff. Okay. This one came out, I think, in the same place for Gemini. Keep wanting to pull more and more cards. Good Lord. Okay, middle of the deck, the World card. Gemini got this too. And I think another sign. So big wrap-up cycle this month. Big wrap-up cycles. Okay. Sure you can see all of this. Sorry, moving my camera. This is a new setup. You and Gemini are the first ones to get this new camera angle. I finally got a setup that works, so excuse me. Okay. Let's take a look. Yeah, why don't we start with the 6s, because those are the best number to get in tarot. So 6 of air, moving from rough waters into a more smooth sailing time. And then 6 of pentacles, or 6 of earth, which is gifts, money coming in, rewards. Finally, like, to me, it's like working for a long time and then you get a big reward at the end. Some people say just gifts and bonuses and things, but to me, it's like you've accrued this with the universe in some way, and so you are poised and ready to get some good things coming your way. Speaking of the Knight of Water, this is, well, very close to your sign. I say in my deck the King of Water is Cancerian, but this is very similar. So Knight of Water, an offer of love coming in, an offer of something that you're really passionate about too, could be related to work as well, because it's like a wish, a dream coming true with the Star card. Things are moving in your favor. Yes, this is leveling up. This is committing to the next higher step for yourself, and it's a lot easier to do when your hopes and dreams are starting to manifest. So this is all very, very, very positive for you, Cancer, in this month. All right, Ace of Water again. New beginnings with love and or things you're passionate about. So for a lot of you, this is a new beginning with, or even a fresh start with someone you've been with, but a new beginning for love. We do have a moment of heartache, heartbreak, betrayal. Could be getting rid of that from a past person or a person who's on their way out. It feels like past person. So at any time, at any point in our lives, even if we're in a relationship or starting something new, it can still bring up triggers or things from the past that we thought we had dealt with, but as the onion layers peel off of us as we're doing work through our whole lives, new things can come up, and that's what this feels like for some of you. For some it could be a fresh wound, but I think in general I'm feeling like something else surfaced because this new person who's wonderful may be helping you to shed light on something in the past that was not great for you, and this is what you've really wanted. Again, hopes and dreams coming true. So this is clearing out more of what you didn't want. It's helping you to see what you didn't want more clearly. And again, this goes right along with this card. This is the 4 of Cups or 4 of Water. So letting go of someone from the past. This is the Don't Cry Over Spilt Milk card. this big brand new cup that's coming your way. The universe is like, hello, I'm giving you something really wonderful here. Don't focus on this past stuff. Just let that go. Okay, here's a big divine masculine energy. The Emperor card, the CEO card, the take charge of your life card. But the first feeling I got with this, because we have so many other relationship and emotion cards, is someone very significant coming into your life. This is not just your average soulmate. This is something bigger. So soulmate, twin flame, very strong, powerful energy that's coming your way. Looks like this month. Okay, and there are a lot of connections coming in. So not only are we in the 222 year, which adds up to 6, which is also a relationship. So 2 is connection, 6 relationship. But we just passed the 222 portal with February 22nd, and the one before that, February 20th. So with a lot of that, it brought in, I know me personally and several other people, it brought in a lot of communication from divine partners, from soulmates, twin flames, all of that, especially very twin flamey energy. It was very powerful connection energy. So yeah, not surprising that this is still coming in, because it just cracked a lot of connection energy wide open for the rest of the year. I was wondering how that was all going to play out, and I was excited to see, but now it really is starting to come in with new communications from those very significant soulmates or twin flames, so, which are 2 different things, but yes, they're all starting to come out of the woodwork, so to speak, now, and be like, oh, hi, I'm here, you know, I've been waiting in the wings for a while, but now I want to connect and communicate with my significant other. All right, I swear everybody is getting the 5 of Swords. This is clearing out old toxic energies. Wow, everybody's getting that right now. It makes sense from what I've seen, and what I've seen in readings and from people I know. And then this is, 5s are when life does a big flip, big change. 5 of Wands is the day-to-day battles. So I think for you, with this 3 of Fire, committing to the next level of things, even though you're getting all this good stuff, it's like you're in a new position, maybe at work, or a new, place where you have to meet new people and deal with different personalities, and some are not so pleasant. That's what this is feeling like. So, but again, this feels like something's wrapping up with that. The 10 of Air, 10s are wrap up of a cycle. 10 of Swords, this is the stick a fork in me, I'm done card. You're really done dealing with people like this. So maybe some of this 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups energy is from the past, showing you that you're going to deal with this in a different way. You're not going to put up with people acting up and being, narcissistic, nasty, whatever. It's like, no, I'm not even going to entertain you, and this is how I'm dealing. It's like Emperor energy. I'm not dealing with that anymore. Putting your foot down, having very strong boundaries, not letting anyone interfere with your energy on a daily basis. Okay. What other card do I want for you? We're going to go with Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And this one, I believe, is, Colette Baron Reed. Also, I love this deck. Sorry, everything is still backwards on the camera. But we can still get the messages here. Okay, Metal King. I think he came in on my Instagram reading the other day. I love this one, Sisters of the Seasons. Yeah, these all came out the other day. All of these. Oh, that feels right. Hot print. I swear, even though I've shuffled and shuffled. You're getting a lot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to put these down because they keep coming out for you. And we do have one more deck to get to. So, all right, let's start with first things first. The Metal King. Discipline, armor, boundaries. What were we just talking about? I love when we get confirmation. So, and this actually adds up to a new beginning as well. So a new way of dealing with things. 3 and 7, big spiritual lessons adding up to a 1. New way of looking at things, new way of dealing with people around you. So big old boundary card. Sisters of the Seasons is a fun one. And this is cycles of growth, natural law, divine order. Everything really is moving along in your life, divinely guided, whether it feels like it or not. And you're doing really well, is what I'm hearing. You're doing very well. So, with the cycles of growth and the new things coming in, natural law, I'm hearing again, learning something about boundaries, because in the natural order of things, there should be healthy boundaries, and a lot of us aren't taught that growing up. Aren't taught that in the world, and so we have to kind of come into that on our own. And so learning that that's actually the natural way of protecting your energy and getting things done and moving forward in life, getting to those next steps, comes with being able to hold your boundaries with people that are not out for, looking out for your best interest, to say the least. The Horse King, assistance and control. Reminds me a little bit of the Emperor energy. Assistance from the divine. Assistance from maybe someone who's higher up, like a boss. But also learning, I think of like learning to train a horse, for instance. Learning how to work with that energy and not dominating over the horse, because I'm sure they wouldn't take that well. But learning how to work with the energy to keep things in control and moving forward the way that you want them to. I'm thinking of Chariot energy for the tarot too, which is kind of like, they say the two horses trying to go in opposite directions, and the chariot and the person trying to rein them in. It kind of reminds me of learning how to work with the control of the situation, rather than being a tyrant about it or harsh about it, just learning to flow with it to bring things into balance and to bring them into control. It's a subtler energy than just blasting, if you have employees or people around you that you're working with, instead of beating them over the head with something or blasting them with, you have to do this or you should do that, and control. It's a more subtle form of guiding things into place. So that's part of the lesson at the moment. Wise Woman of Wonderland, integrity and compromise. Again, it's not all about harsh control. It's about working with the people around you and doing it in a kind, even if the other people are not being so kind, learning that their bad behavior is coming from a place of their own wound, looking at them like hurt children. Yes, they're adults if they're out in the workplace, but then they have to take responsibility for their own actions, but not everyone's doing that. So learning how to navigate around things like that while still being in your own integrity. And then the High Lady of Love and Compassion. Oh, this is the number 1 card. Reverence, kindness, consideration. So again, a new number 1, new way of looking at things, with kindness and compassion, like we were just talking about. I really like that. There's Cancerians are very sensitive anyway, so you know how to work with emotions. You feel what other people are feeling. I'm Pisces, so I get that. But yeah, just using your sensitivity and your empathic abilities to work with that. And Cancerians, tend to be very successful because from what I've learned in my studies and observations, Cancerians want to provide for their family because family is everything. So even though that you're the opposite side of Capricorn, you guys are on opposite ends of that same strand, and Capricorn is all about kind of the CEO energy, going out and accomplishing things, always accomplishing. Cancerians do it because they're motivated by family and wanting to provide, and so they're often very successful as well, or you all are. All right, just going about it in different ways. So in zodiac, Capricorn is the father energy, Cancerian is the mother energy, so more nurturing. Everyone's got masculine and feminine in them, so the more can be more nurturing if you choose to come from that place. Oh yeah, the first one, I'll go with this one, the Dragon's Duel, which is a really cool card. Inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. It's a 5, so again, it's kind of reminding me of the 5 of fire with the dragons. There's a bit of a battle. There is a bit of a battle going on around you. But again, it's like you can choose to flow with the energy, or you can go head to head and start spewing fire at people. It's a fine line when emotions get involved of, you know, flowing, or do emotions get so heightened that you're, you know, spitting fire at people. It's not an easy situation from what I can see that you're dealing with. The Hawk Prince, which is a divine number 11, spirit communication and paying attention. You all are very intuitive as well. And this really is about, it's kind of like shamanistic card, using your higher knowing, your intuition, your observation skills. Oh, there's a hawk, which is big vision. Hawk Prince, duh. But such a pretty, I haven't seen this in here before. The hawks are just gorgeous. Hawk is one of my big influencing spirit animals. I told a whole story, I think, yesterday about that. But one actually brushed my foot. It was on a balcony against the railing, and a hawk swooped out of a tree. It was on a very significant day in my life, and swooped down and did a 180, and its wing brushed my foot as it went after its prey, and it was the coolest feeling I've ever, one of the coolest feelings I've ever had in my life. Just a hawk in the wild that brushed its wing against my foot. I mean, very, very, very powerful energy. And if you've ever done any shamanistic, this has been coming up the last couple of days, shamanistic work with, they call it shape-shifting, but working with animal spirits and going into their energy and seeing through their eyes and feeling into what they feel in their bodies and how aware they are of everything, and how, for hawks, how strong their vision is and their focus when they're going after prey or looking for prey. And hawk is always about like the vision of the future. So yeah, paying attention very closely to the details around you, maybe not getting involved right away, but just stepping back and having a vision of what's going on now, but like the longer term picture can help with all the rest of this that we're talking about, with control and flowing and compromise and kindness and all of that. I love this card. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm being quiet because it's later at night when I'm doing this. But I'm going to do a couple of Romance Angels cards for everyone this month, I think, as usual. It's been a while since I've done these. Treat. It always looks like I'm throwing cards if I look at my videos after. See, there's this deception with this person going on. I think that came out in another, these came out for another sign. Okay. So, what was the first one out? Retreat? Yeah, and I don't, sometimes these have to do with just our day-to-day lives too. So, as I was saying, like, step back, retreat into the background a little bit. This can have to do with getting away with your significant other, which is fantastic too, especially if you're in the middle of a new or a renewal time with your person. But it reminds me of like stepping into the background and just having a vision of everything around you without being right in the middle of it right away. That's going to help you deal with whatever is coming into your surroundings. And then love yourself first is a very popular one this month. Yeah, and that can mean filling up your own cup, so that you're not as reactive, like taking care of yourself, giving yourself the nurturing as a Cancer that you need, the time alone away from the world in your shell, in your own bubble, the downtime, because when you're go, go, go and you're too much fire, it can kind of crack that shell, and it gets very intense for you when you don't have your emotions balanced the way that you like them. So self-care, because there is deception going on around you somewhere. People, like I said, they're not always honest with who they are, what they're up to, or some people get jealous because you have success. So just being aware of that, and that'll help you navigate whatever this is. Goodness, you guys are going through it. Free yourself comes up with that. And really the way I'm seeing to do that is the going with the flow. Cancerians have a way of being able to make jokes and make light of a situation, or get away with saying, I've always been jealous of this, getting away with saying things to people. I had a friend that was a boss of a bunch of people, or even people he was just cohort with, or to his bosses, and he could get away with saying whatever, his Cancerian, whatever he wanted, but he did it with humor, and he can get away with saying anything. And I've known some other Cancerians like that. So go with the flow, keep it light as much as you can, even if things are intense and like a pressure cooker. Sometimes step out of that and then try and keep it light when you can, when you go back in, because this is, it's almost like, you know, in any situation like that, you want to just break free of it, but I get this sense that you can't really. It's a situation that's ongoing. So, yeah, self-care, keep it light as much as possible. I know that can be a tall order when things are intense. And then I like this again, the getting to know each other. Comes up with the Ace of Water and the Knight of Water. So again, new beginnings with love, or taking time out as part of even the self-care to have conversations with your significant other, and just have that time to retreat away from the world together and just be the downtime. Cancerians need that so much too, especially with their other person. Okay, Cancerians, sounds like some tough situations, but you will get through it. You guys are resilient, I know. I hope that you have a wonderful month. I hope you get plenty of love and cuddles in there, because that can be very important to you guys, that physical connection, and that all of the rest of this starts to clear up or smooth out, or that you learn how to deal with it in a way that's easiest for you. So have a beautiful March. I will see you all next month. Bye.